First Father's Day is tomorrow. New dads will never forget their first Father's Day and all of the challenges that parenthood can bring. Dr. Allison Devine joins us this morning. She's an OBGYN from the Austin Diagnostic Clinic with some helpful information for those new dads out there. Thanks for being with us this morning. Starting with pregnancy, dads can really help out a lot, right?
Yeah, I think it's important for dads to try to get as involved as possible as they can early on. And one way they can do that is by coming with the moms to the prenatal visits. This is a chance for them to bond with mom and also with baby early on by hearing the baby's heartbeat the first time, being there for the ultrasounds. But also, if medical issues come up during the pregnancy, they can be there to really understand what's going on, and that can be really supportive to mom as well. Another thing that's important is for them to try to prepare for what's going to be coming when the baby comes home early on. Sure. Whether it's through reading books or watching YouTube videos. Some dads may be more hands-on and they want to take some baby care classes, especially if they have limited experience taking care of babies. And another thing is it's really important to have dads there, especially for the first 2 weeks when the baby comes home. So if they can look into what their options are for paternity leave, then that can be very helpful too.
So dads need to do their homework ahead of time. So now that the baby is born, what can dads do?
Well, once the baby comes home, if they can be there, then they really want to take an active role in helping mom care for the baby directly. Now, a lot of times, we encourage breastfeeding, so mom is probably going to be the primary one feeding the baby. But, dads can help out by learning to be really expert diaper changers,
right.
help bathing the baby. And also, in the waking hours, babies really need a lot of attention. They like to be held a lot. And I encourage dads to go out and get a nice baby carrier so that they can kind of also strap the baby on as well, and that really can help give mom a break.
Yeah, we see a lot of jogging strollers out there on the town lake trail as well, getting some exercise. What can the daily routine kind of look like for newborns? Well,
even though babies actually sleep upwards of about 16 hours a day, it never quite feels like that when you get home because they're really only sleeping in these short bursts, about 2 to 3 hours. Then they need to get up and feed, and that usually can take 30 to 40 minutes. They usually need several diaper changes a day. Bathing, usually you can start doing that a few times a week. A lot of times the baby's going to be the central focus when you come home, but it's also important to still find time for mom and dad to take a break and communicate about what's going on so that they can recognize if there are any issues that are coming up.
Right. Go through the checklist. Do they have their sleep? Have they eaten? Have they gone to the bathroom? Right. And so you mentioned it a little bit, but the relationship between the mom and the dad, what are some of the things that they can do to kind of reconnect with the baby?
So one thing that both moms and dads need to understand is this is a very joyful but also stressful time. It's very common for both moms and dads to go through a brief period where they have either mommy or daddy blues. And that's usually because of hormonal changes and sleep deprivation. But if that's something that's persisting past the first few weeks or it's progressing, then that can be a sign of depression. And that can be present in both moms and dads. And I do want to bring up, because a lot of people don't recognize that dads can actually have a form of postpartum depression. It's known as paternal postnatal depression, and it affects about 10% of new dads, and it's most prevalent in the 3 to 6 month period. If it can be recognized and dads can get assistance early on, then it can make a huge difference in their ability to bond with baby and also strengthen the marriage.
All right, dads, get involved early. Congratulations to all the new dads out there. Happy Father's Day. Of course, that's tomorrow.